What I see in this painting is what seems to be a port or dock in what is more than likely Venice. It also seems as though it is a sunny day and people are shopping, boating, perhaps fishing. On the right side of the painting, there seems to be what looks like a palace. On the left side, there's a statue or pillar of some sort, which means it could represent possibly a church or some type of important building with statues at the top and men in church attire. There are different types of tarps or covers, which could probably represent some type of vendors. With the sky looking so clear and so many people moving about, it seems as though it is a sunny day. Personally, I feel this painting is about a typical day in Venice, perhaps someone remembering what it feels like there. I feel this is definitely Venice because of the gondolas and what seem to be the canal. There's a palace in the background, but I can't place what or who the palace belongs to. There are people going to what might be a church, as the men in front of the building on the left seem to be the men of the cloth. Under the tarps, I feel there might be different vendors. The painting is very busy, meaning there are people moving about. Fishermen fishing, gondolas coming and going, people talking and conversating. This painting is from the 18th century by artist Cannaletto called the Molo. I feel this painting is reminding someone of a typical day in Venice, a way of life, a life by the sea or the canal, and the beautiful view of the palace not too far behind. It is also a warm, sunny day with people coming and going, reminding them of the church or perhaps some kind of political building. The people seem to be happy, and this painting could possibly remind someone of a time of joy at their home or their hometown. The reason I feel this way about this painting is because of the use of colors. The blue skies representing a warm sunny day, the people in the street, like I mentioned before, conversating. On the left side of this painting, there seems to be a bishop or some type of religious authority walking towards what could possibly be the church. This piece of art actually makes me smile, or even somewhat reminiscent. As I am not a native of Texas, it helps me remember where I'm from. It makes me appreciate the little things I miss about my home, not because it resembles it, but because of the feeling that it brings me. What makes this a great piece of art is the use of colors as well as the artist's ability to give a still painting life and movement. Like I mentioned earlier, this work has made me appreciate my home and my culture. It also has made me one day want to visit Venice, and although 2 centuries have passed, I would love to see the change and see if the natural beauty portrayed in this piece of art is still present. I found my interpretation of this piece of art compared to the short audio that was on the Kimball Art Museum website were similar in some parts as far as what I saw or portrayed the painting to be. However, I do not feel I was able to articulate or even see some of the things the critic in this short audio were able to articulate on. According to short audio on the Kimball Art Museum website regarding the Molo, this painting is depicting the pleasures of the present at that time instead of the pleasures of the past. They also state that Cannaletto was able to capture the architectural details as well as the bustling life of the city and its magical atmosphere all at the same time. I found this interpretation for me to be quite difficult. I was happy to see that I was able to appreciate what some of the critics or even colleagues of the artist had to say about this painting. However, I missed a lot of detail. I would suppose that had I known a little more about my geography and world history, I could have appreciated it even more. Still, this particular painting brought a sense of peace to me. It had a reminiscent quality that made me think of my home.